Hi, Jennifer with eXp Realty, here to talk to you about time, convenience, and money and what that should mean to any real estate agent. So, very important because let me give you a little premise. When I got into real estate, I had no reserves, none. It was the best and dumbest decision I ever made because I came from teaching. So I didn't have the luxury of saving up 6 months in reserves, none of that. And I had to learn really quickly as a brand new agent what was important. So in my head, it was three things. Everything in business, no matter what business you're in, has to do with time, convenience, and money. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. So I have this little visual here that I used, and I would just like to kind of talk over it because I think that if every decision you make in business can focus on those three things, I think you'll do well. Because at the beginning of my career, I did not have the money. Okay. Didn't have the money for the advertisement. I could barely pay all the license fees and the education fees and everything it costs just to be an active agent, much less start paying for leads or paying for marketing or paying for your signage or any of the extra stuff that real estate agents needs, right? So because I was short on money, I had to basically make myself inconvenienced. So I had less convenience factor and it took me more time. So for instance, instead of paying for leads, I could do all the open houses, right? I could door knock. I could call people in my sphere. All of that did not cost me money, but it did suck up my time and it was less convenient. Now, for productive agents, okay, or productive in whatever business you're in, you're going to have a little bit more reserve money and you're going to be much more short on time. So you need more convenience. Now, when you want something to be more convenient, you're going to spend more money, but what it's going to do for you, it's going to save you time. Now, let's look at some other examples that I kind of wrote out. So let's look at your seller clients, right? If you're working with a seller who's looking to sell their house, it's the same conversation I always ask my sellers. We have to talk about time, convenience, and money. And then I explain all the scenarios. Now, if I have a seller that is short on time, maybe they have to move because they have to go take care of a loved one in a different state, or they got a job that they have to start, whatever the reason. If they are short on time, that tells me something. We have to have a conversation about potentially pricing the home more competitively. So they might get a little less money because they need it sold, right? Now, because they are saving a little bit of time, it's more convenient that way, but they may lose some money. Okay. Now, buyers, what does that mean for buyers short on time? You have a buyer, they're starting a job, whatever the reason is, they need to buy a home right away. So what that means is you might pay more money and you may have to settle a little bit with which house you're going to get. You can't afford to be as picky, right? So then if you're looking for someone that wants more convenience, maybe you have a seller who, during COVID, everyone's at home. So maybe they have a whole family at home doing homeschooling and both parents are working from home and they've got 3 dogs. They need to sell the property, but they need it to be more convenient. They can't have people going through their house all the time for different showings. Now, if that's the case, you might want to suggest doing virtual tours, having an open house where they're out of a house or out of the house for a group of time. And that way you can get buyers and potential other agents in the house who can see it. And they have to assume that it's potential that they'll get less offers, because if you're not making your house more convenient, then all these other things might need to happen. For a buyer looking for more convenience, okay, then they may have to see less houses. That's more convenient for them. Maybe they have busy job schedules or they work the night shift or whatever it is. And the agent, may need to make sure that they're available to provide those comps in the neighborhood so that the buyer can make a good decision, okay? Now, because of that, we're going to move on to more money. So if sellers want to make the most amount of money, it's going to be less convenient for them. right? And they might need to allow a little bit more time to have that happen. Now, that means that you are going to have more showings that are scheduled, okay? And like I said, that means it's less convenient for your sellers. Now, let's go on to the buyer side, okay? Now, if your buyers have more money, okay, that's going to allow them to see more houses and choose the number one location that they want, okay? So that's going to be more convenient for them. Let's talk about agent leads, okay? If you are short on time, like most busy agents are, then you may need to have something that's full service where you might pay more money, but it saves you time, it's more convenient, okay? Now, as far as time, convenience, or money, this is something that can scale and change in your business. And that's what's so cool about this. When you have less money, you're going to be more inconvenienced because you're not going to have the support, and it's going to take more of your time. I am right now in my business at a period of time where I am very busy, okay? So I have less time and I need more convenience. And because I need more convenience, at this point, I'm looking at paying more money. But you can change this. And what I mean is, you want to always look at your return on investment. When you're a new agent, if you don't have things coming in, then you have to take what you're getting in income and you have to determine what's a good scalable amount that you can afford each month that is not going to hurt you or your business or your family or what you need. Okay. So if that's $50, if that's $150 a month, whatever it is, you start there. And as you get more closings because of the money that you're bringing in and putting out there for leads, then when you have more closings, you can up that money. You want to keep that in scale. So more money, more expenditure in your business, whether that's leads or marketing or designing your logo, whatever it is. From there, you can adjust it. But I hope that's helpful. To me, it's been a lifesaver in my business to look at everything in the lens of time, convenience, of money. If you have more time, then it'll be less convenient, but you will save money. And if you need more time, then you pay more money and it will be more convenient. Hope that helped.